Hello, everyone. This is another Black Conservative. I'm Ryan Bowling. Thank you all for joining me once again. Man, you can't make this stuff up, right? You can't make it up, but it's interesting. It's fun. It's just so fun talking about weirdness and strange things. And what I'm talking about is that Mars, the M&M company, is creating a purple M&M that will push and promote being inclusive for all people. And before I give away too much of this, I just want to put out there real quickly that this inclusive push will also suggest LGBTQ overtones. Yes, and M&M, M&M's, the things you eat, the candy, M&M's. This M&M is going to be a female M&M, all purple, and this M&M will be pushing inclusivity for everyone. We want everybody to be inclusive, right? Nothing wrong with that, right? Well, let's get into this article. Let's see exactly what the deal is here. M&M's has a new all-singing, all-dancing color candy on the way. The first female peanut, Spokescandy, will be purple and is charged with delivering, quote, acceptance and inclusivity through music, song, and the performance arts to a waiting world. A waiting world. I like how they put that, a waiting world. If you're waiting for this, you got your chance. Because the M&Ms, they really need to get into this. They really need to push this idea of being inclusive because there's so many people that's left out, right? Article goes on to say, Mars is thrilled to debut the newest member of the M&M's cast of characters to the world. Jane Wayne, Global VP at Mars Wrigley, said in a statement Thursday to accompany the revelation. There is so much about our new Spokescandy that people can relate to and appreciate, including her willingness to embrace her true self. Our new character reminds us to celebrate what makes us unique. I mean, what I'm sensing from this spokesperson or from this individual is that this person is really serious about this. I mean, they're pushing this in the way that this is really serious. We as M&Ms, as Mars, we have to push this idea of being inclusive because so many people are left out. So let's create a candy that reflects that. Let's create this candy, this M&M that reflects this inclusive ideology, this inclusive worldview, right? Well, all except conservatives and thinking people, but yeah. This is silly, man. This is silly. But this is where we live in. Article goes on to say, purple M&Ms were standard when the candy debuted in 1941, but were replaced by tan in 1949. So this goes back a long time, right? Then in 1995, fans voted to swap the beige buttons with blue M&Ms. Mars has changed the colors of its flagship candy several times over the years, including for seasonal promotions. The new candy is part of a push by Mars to make the animated candy characters, quote, more inclusive. Why? Why are you getting into this? Why is they getting? Do they think that this stuff makes them money? What is wrong with these companies, man? But I'm going to give you my theory. Y'all know I'm going to give my theory about why a lot of these big major corporations and companies and businesses are pushing this woke stuff. I'm going to give you my opinion on that. In one case, by dumping this green, quote, sexy girl character and giving her replacement a, quote, a more nuanced personality. Heck, that's what it's be about. As Breitbart News reported in January, the candy company said it intended to better honor its, quote, global commitment to creating a world. Notice it says global. Pay attention to terms like world and global and international. Whenever corporations say global and world and international, watch out for that. There's something there, in my opinion, based on my studies and readings down through the years, There's something else going on. There's a bigger picture going on here. Anyway, let's read that again. Global commitment to creating a world where everyone feels they belong and society is inclusive, with a change to its advertising characters for a, quote, more dynamic, progressive world. In a tweet at the time, Mars even hinted the two female M&Ms are intimate. And if you log into the description box below and log into the go to Breitbart News and look at the title for this, and you'll find it. There's a picture of two M&Ms, one green that's sitting on the left, from my left, on the left, and then on one brown one on the right, wearing glasses. And the green M&M has her, and it clearly they seem to be female. They're female, and I've seen me, but they are female. And the green M&M has her hand on the knee of the brown M&M. It's so silly, man. You can't help but wonder. People don't really pay attention to stuff like this. But there's something else bigger going on. I believe there's something else bigger going on. And this connects with the last video I just made about trying to convince the masses that men can have babies. But that's what that still photos shows here. Okay, so let's go on. Mars added the makeovers, past, present, and future, would include, quote, an updated tone of voice. An updated tone of voice. What does that mean? Was she gonna talk slang? Cool? What? Black? Would include an updated tone of voice to make people feel, quote, inclusive, welcoming, and unifying. So they weren't feeling unified before. They weren't feeling welcome before. An agenda, while hewing to its past penchant towards, quote, wit and humor. No one's going to laugh at this. And if they do, they're going to laugh at it mockingly. To that end, newcomer Purple will release a music single and video. Get that, folks. It's going to be a music video. Article goes on to say, Mara says the musical debut entitled, quote, I'm Just Going to Be Me. Clearly, that's a woke phrase. I'm just going to be me. You couldn't come up with something catchier than that. I'm just going to be me. Come on, man. Mara says the musical debut entitled I'm Just Going to Be Me features saxophone player Grace Kelly, dance and choreography masters Devon Santanjo and Colo Cage, opera singer Anthony Roth, on these names, y'all know I'm not good at these names, Costanzo, and special appearances by the rest of the M&M's crew, including Red. You can't make this stuff up. Let me read it again. And special appearances by the rest of the M&M's crew, including red, yellow, orange, brown, blue, and green. End of the article. Yeah, that's what that is. Hilarious, man, hilarious. What is going on here? One has to wonder. Why are these big major corporations pushing this woke stuff? Now, I heard from one particular source suggested that the reason why these big corporations and big businesses are getting in on the woke bandwagon is because they believe that this makes them money. But evidence have shown that being woke is not making these companies and businesses money. It's actually hurting them because a vast majority of Americans ain't with that. They're like, stop pushing that crap on me. I can see clearly through that now. And it's actually, in my opinion, frustrating a lot of Americans and causing a lot of Americans not to want to purchase the merchandise of these companies that push this wokeism. So one would have to ask the question, and I've asked myself this question, why keep pushing this? Why would you push this idea of a purple M&M? What's the point? What's the point? Are the masses of people asking for this? Are black people asking for this? I'm so tired of these M&Ms being racist. I'm so tired of these M&Ms, them putting the other M&Ms on there, and they're not putting black M&Ms on there or anything that suggests blackness. I'm so tired of this. We need to be more inclusive. M&Ms. But here's my theory, and this connects to the last video I made, that I believe in part that the reason why a lot of these major corporations are pushing a lot of wokeism, even though evidence have shown that trying to push these kind of products actually hurts their bottom line, is because there is an agenda and they're in on it. The agenda is to create as much division as you possibly can, but also to create as much frustration in other groups and peoples as you can. This whole idea of inclusivism, including everyone in, is the bigger picture mentality of that is based on the communist concept of the collective. The communist concept of the collective is where everybody thinks and acts and looks and talks and dresses alike. They want everybody to be robotic in the negative way, an immoral way. Anyone that thinks outside of the collective will be hauled away, put into re-education camps, and or killed. That's how the past communist regimes in the Eastern countries of China and Russia and other communist countries in decades past have conducted the concept of the collective. It's all about getting everyone to think the same. That's what the whole concept of inclusive means. Only those who believe and embrace wokeism and believe and embrace immoral attitudes and believe and embrace the idea that there's no such thing as absolute right and wrong and believe and embrace the idea that God doesn't exist, only those will be put part of the collective. Those who think outside that box, those who think opposite, whether you on the right or the left, or whether you in the middle, it doesn't make a difference. If you think outside the box that they are creating for you, and these corporations, in my opinion, are in line with that, then you will be an outsider. You will be considered an outsider, hauled away, like I said, in re-education camps, or put in prison for years and years and years because you disagree with the collective worldview based on a communist concept. Okay, that's what I believe this is. There's no way a corporation should continuously push for this whole inclusive concept when no one's asking for it. Blacks are not necessarily asking for it, except the ones that's into the black, and they're a minority. Okay, no one's asking for this stuff. So why would you voluntarily push it? I believe that they're voluntarily pushing this nonsense is because it's based on a Marxist communist concept of the collective, getting everyone to think the same, because it's not going to make them any money. You think people are going to, in my opinion, no one's going to buy this stuff. If they buy M&Ms, they're going to buy the M&Ms simply because they like M&Ms. Not because you're trying to be inclusive. They was buying M&Ms before you started doing this. They're going to buy M&Ms after you started doing this. This is a dumb move, stupid move, and I believe that it's pushing a bigger picture mentality. But I'm the one that's not going for it. That's why I do the videos that I do. Because I study and read, and then I try to share that information, although I admit certain things out of it because my videos may be taken down like they tend to be, because I may reveal too much. And that lets you know right there, if you're revealing too much, that lets you know right there must be some truth in it. All this nonsense about misinformation. Who are the ones really giving misinformation? What is misinformation? What is disinformation? What does anybody really know what that really means? The only ones that seem to be hooping and hollering about misinformation, disinformation is the radical left. But they're the ones pushing disinformation. They're the ones pushing misinformation. They're the ones doing that. The way I see it, I'm just saying, but this is silly. It's funny, but I also believe that there's a bigger agenda that they're trying to push, and I don't believe they're going to make any real money off of this because no one's asking for this. So that's my view on it. What do you guys think? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. God bless you all, and see you again.